Ever felt like you were in a battle that you just couldn't win? Maybe it's a conflict with a coworker, a disagreement with a family member, or even just a constant internal struggle. The ancient Stoics had a unique perspective on dealing with adversaries. They believed that the greatest battles aren't fought with swords or guns, but with our minds. Imagine this. You're in a heated argument and your blood is boiling. Instead of lashing out, you take a deep breath and choose to respond with calm and reason. Sounds easier said than done, right? Well, the Stoics mastered this art of emotional control. They realized that true victory isn't about dominating others, but about mastering ourselves. In this guide, we'll dive deep into the Stoic philosophy and explore 10 practical strategies for defeating your enemies without ever lifting a finger. We'll draw on the wisdom of ancient Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca and apply their teachings to modern-day challenges. You'll learn how to master your emotions, stay calm under pressure, and avoid letting your anger get the best of you. Understand your enemy, see things from their perspective, and find common ground. Choose your battles wisely. Don't waste your energy on petty conflicts. Maintain your integrity. Stay true to your values, even when it's difficult. Whether you're facing a personal conflict or a professional challenge, these Stoic principles can help you navigate life's inevitable obstacles with grace and resilience. So, are you ready to become a more powerful and peaceful version of yourself? Let's dive in. Lesson 1. Ignore them. The power of disengagement. Ever felt like someone just wants to push your buttons? Like no matter what you do, they seem determined to get a rise out of you? Well, the Stoics, those ancient Greek and Roman philosophers who were all about living a good life, had a pretty simple solution. Ignore them. Now, ignoring someone doesn't mean being rude or dismissive. It's about recognizing that you have a choice in how you react to people and situations. The Stoics believe that we only suffer when we attach our happiness to external events. That means when someone says something mean or does something to upset you, it's your choice to let it bother you. Remember that famous saying, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me." Well, the Stoics would take it a step further. They'd say, words can't hurt you unless you let them. It's all about perspective. Here's a real-life example. Imagine you're at work and a coworker makes a snide remark about your project. Instead of getting defensive or letting it ruin your day, you could simply acknowledge the comment and move on. You might think to yourself, that person is probably just having a bad day, or their opinion doesn't define my worth. Why does this work? When you ignore negativity, you're essentially taking away its power. It's like pouring water on a fire. By refusing to engage, you're cutting off the fuel that keeps the negativity burning. The Stoics called this practice apatheia, which doesn't mean apathy or lack of emotion, but rather a state of inner peace and tranquility. It's about being unmoved by external events. Lesson 2. Cultivate inner peace. Your mind, your castle. Ever felt like your mind is a never-ending newsfeed, scrolling through endless thoughts, worries, and anxieties? It's like trying to relax in a crowded room. Impossible. The Stoics had a solution for this. They taught us that our minds are our castles. And like any castle, we need to protect it from invaders. What are these invaders? Well, they're all those negative thoughts, worries, and fears that constantly bombard us. The Stoics called this the dichotomy of control. It's basically the idea that we can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. So, how do we cultivate inner peace in a world that's constantly trying to stress us out? Here are a few tips from the Stoics. Practice mindfulness. This means paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It's like hitting the pause button on your mind. Journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you process them and let go of negative emotions. Meditation. This ancient practice can help you calm your mind and reduce stress. Negative visualization. Imagine the worst-case scenario. It might sound counterintuitive, but it can actually help you appreciate what you have. Memento mori. Remember that you're going to die. This might sound morbid, but it can help you prioritize what's truly important in life. Let's break it down with an example. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. Instead of getting angry and frustrated, you could use this as an opportunity to practice mindfulness. Focus on your breathing, notice the sensations in your body, and appreciate the quiet moment. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, said, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." This means that our thoughts create our reality. If we can change our thoughts, we can change our experience of the world. Lesson 3. Practice empathy, walking in someone else's shoes. Ever caught yourself judging someone before you really knew them? Maybe you've rolled your eyes at a coworker's opinion or made a snap judgment about someone based on their appearance. We all do it. But the Stoics, those ancient philosophers who were experts at living a good life, would tell us to think twice. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is a powerful tool that can help us build stronger relationships and live more fulfilling lives. The Stoics believed that practicing empathy was essential for cultivating virtue and living in harmony with others. So, how do we practice empathy in a world that often encourages us to be self-centered? Here are a few tips. Active listening. When someone is talking, really listen to what they're saying. Try to see the world from their perspective. Ask open-ended questions. Instead of making assumptions, ask questions that encourage the other person to share their thoughts and feelings. Practice the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Consider their circumstances. Try to understand the factors that have shaped their beliefs and behaviors. Let's take a real-world example. Imagine you're in a meeting and a colleague presents an idea that you think is completely off base. Instead of dismissing their idea out of hand, you could ask, "Can you tell me more about how you came up with that idea?" By doing so, you're showing that you value their input and are open to considering different perspectives. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This simple reminder can go a long way in helping us to develop our empathy skills. Remember, empathy isn't about agreeing with someone or condoning their behavior. It's about understanding their point of view and treating them with respect. By practicing empathy, we can build stronger connections with the people around us and create a more compassionate world. Lesson 4. Live virtuously. Be the best version of yourself. Ever heard the phrase, "Be the change you want to see in the world"? That's pretty much what the Stoics were all about. They believed in living a virtuous life, which means acting in accordance with what is morally right. But what does it mean to live virtuously in today's world? For the Stoics, virtue wasn't just about following rules. It was about cultivating certain qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These virtues aren't just abstract concepts. They're practical tools that can help us navigate the challenges of life. Let's break it down. Wisdom. This isn't just about being smart. It's about using your knowledge and understanding to make good decisions. Courage. This doesn't mean being fearless. It's about doing what's right, even when it's difficult. Justice. This is about treating others fairly and equitably. Temperance. This means finding a balance in all things, avoiding extremes. So, how do we apply these virtues to our daily lives? Imagine you're at work and a colleague makes a mistake that could cost the company money. Instead of pointing fingers and blaming them, you could offer to help them fix the problem. That's courage. Or perhaps you're tempted to cut in line at the grocery store, but you decide to wait your turn. That's justice. The Stoics believed that virtue is the only true good. Everything else, wealth, fame, pleasure, is temporary and can be taken away. But virtue is something that you can always keep. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This is a powerful call to action. It's a reminder that we have the power to shape our own character. Living virtuously isn't about being perfect. It's about striving to be better than you were yesterday. It's about making conscious choices that align with your values. By living a virtuous life, you'll not only improve your own life, but also make a positive impact on the world around you. Remember, your actions speak louder than your words. Be the change you want to see. Lesson 5. Let go of resentment. Free yourself from the past. Ever felt a heavy weight on your chest, like a boulder you can't seem to lift? That weight might be resentment, that bitter feeling that lingers after someone has wronged you. The Stoics, those wise ancient philosophers, understood this human experience all too well. They knew that holding on to resentment was like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Resentment is a thief. It steals our joy, our peace, and our energy. It's like carrying around a bag of rocks everywhere you go. The longer you carry it, the heavier it becomes. The Stoics believed that the past is in the past. We can't change what's already happened, but we can choose how we respond to it. Holding on to resentment is like living in the past. It prevents us from moving forward and experiencing all that life has to offer. So, how do we let go of resentment? Recognize the cost. Understand how resentment is affecting your life. Is it causing you stress, anxiety, or physical pain? Practice forgiveness. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning the behavior of the person who hurt you. It means letting go of the anger and resentment that is holding you back. Focus on the present moment. Instead of dwelling on the past, focus on what you can do right now to improve your life. Practice gratitude. Focusing on the positive things in your life can help you shift your perspective and let go of negative emotions. Let's say a coworker takes credit for your idea. It's natural to feel angry and resentful, but instead of letting that negativity consume you, try to see the situation from a different perspective. Maybe they're going through a tough time and are feeling insecure, or perhaps they simply made a mistake. By practicing empathy, you can begin to let go of your resentment. Remember, the only person you're really hurting by holding on to resentment is yourself. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to not be like that." By letting go of resentment, you're not only freeing yourself from pain, but you're also becoming a better person. Lesson 6. Focus on your goals. Stay the course. Ever felt like you're spinning your wheels, going nowhere fast? It's easy to get sidetracked by life's little distractions. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who were all about living a good life, had a simple solution. Focus on your goals. You see, the Stoics believed that we should all have a purpose in life, a goal, something to strive for. This doesn't mean you need to have your whole life planned out, but it does mean having a general direction. Think of life like a journey. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. But if you have a destination in mind, you can plan your route and avoid getting lost. So, how do you stay focused on your goals? Set SMART goals. These are goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Break down big goals into smaller steps. This makes your goals feel less overwhelming and more manageable. Create a plan. Once you know what you want to achieve, create a plan to get there. Eliminate distractions. Identify the things that are preventing you from making progress and find ways to minimize their impact. Stay positive. Believe in yourself and your ability to achieve your goals. Let's say you want to start a new business. That's a big goal, but you can break it down into smaller steps, like researching your market, creating a business plan, and finding funding. By focusing on these smaller steps, you'll be more likely to achieve your ultimate goal. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." This means that if you're prepared, you'll be more likely to take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. Remember, life is full of ups and downs. There will be times when you feel like giving up, but if you stay focused on your goals, you'll be more likely to overcome any obstacles that come your way. Lesson 7. Learn from your mistakes, your biggest teacher. Ever messed up big time? We all have. But here's the thing, mistakes aren't failures. They're opportunities to learn and grow. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who were experts at living a good life, would totally agree. They believed that our biggest lessons come from our biggest screw-ups. Think about it this way. If you never made any mistakes, you'd never really learn anything. Mistakes are like signposts on the road of life, pointing out the way to improvement. So, how do we turn our mistakes into stepping stones? Embrace the suck. It's okay to feel bad about your mistakes, but don't dwell on them. Accept that mistakes are a part of life. Learn from the experience. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Focus on the lessons, not the regret. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Everyone makes mistakes. Let's say you messed up a big presentation at work. Instead of beating yourself up, try to figure out what went wrong. Maybe you didn't practice enough, or maybe you were nervous. Once you've identified the problem, you can work on a solution. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." 1. This means that our fears often make things seem harder than they actually are. By facing our fears and learning from our mistakes, we can overcome any obstacle. Remember, mistakes are not failures. They're opportunities to learn and grow. So, the next time you mess up, don't beat yourself up. Instead, see it as a chance to become a better version of yourself. Lesson 8. Build strong relationships. It's all about connection. Ever felt like you were the only person on the planet? It's a lonely feeling. The Stoics, those ancient Greek and Roman philosophers who were all about living a good life, knew a thing or two about the importance of human connection. They understood that we're social creatures, and strong relationships are essential for our happiness and well-being. So, how do we build strong relationships in a world that often feels more connected through screens than face-to-face? Quality over quantity. It's not about having 1,000,000 friends. It's about having a few really good ones. Be present. When you're with someone, give them your full attention. Put away your phone and really listen to what they have to say. Practice empathy. Try to see things from other people's perspectives. Be reliable. Be someone that people can count on. Show gratitude. Express your appreciation for the people in your life. Let's say you're having a tough day at work. A friend reaches out to ask how you're doing. Instead of brushing them off, take a few minutes to talk to them. Sharing your feelings can help you feel better and strengthen your bond with your friend. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This simple reminder can go a long way in helping us to build stronger relationships. Remember, strong relationships are built on trust, respect, and mutual support. By investing in your relationships, you're investing in yourself. Lesson 9. Stay calm under pressure. Keep your cool. Ever felt your heart pounding and your palms sweating when things get tough? That's a pretty normal human reaction, but the Stoics, those ancient philosophers who were masters of self-control, had a way of staying calm even in the most stressful situations. The key to staying calm under pressure is to remember that you have a choice. You can choose to let your emotions control you, or you can choose to respond rationally. It's not always easy, but it's definitely possible. So how do we keep our cool when the pressure is on? Focus on the present moment. When you're feeling overwhelmed, try to ground yourself in the present moment. Take a deep breath and notice what you can see, hear, and feel. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness meditation can help you develop a greater awareness of your thoughts and emotions. Challenge negative thoughts. When negative thoughts start to creep in, challenge them. Ask yourself, is this really true? Take a break. If you're feeling overwhelmed, take a short break to clear your head. Go for a walk, listen to music, or do something you enjoy. Visualize success. Imagine yourself successfully handling the situation. This can help boost your confidence and reduce anxiety. Let's say you have a big presentation coming up and you're starting to feel nervous. Instead of letting your anxiety get the best of you, try to visualize yourself giving a confident and engaging presentation. Remind yourself of your strengths and focus on the positive aspects of the situation. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means that we don't have control over what happens to us, but we do have control over how we respond. Remember, staying calm under pressure is a skill that can be learned. By practicing these techniques, you can develop a greater sense of peace and resilience. Lesson 10. Remember, time is the ultimate healer. Ever been through a really tough breakup or lost a loved one? It hurts like hell, doesn't it? The Stoics, those ancient Greek and Roman philosophers who were all about living a good life, understood that pain is a part of the human experience. And they had a pretty simple yet profound piece of advice for dealing with it. Time heals all wounds. Now we know that time doesn't magically erase all our pain, but it does give us the perspective we need to heal. It's like watching the waves crash against the shore. At first, the waves are huge and powerful, but eventually they recede, and the ocean becomes calm again. So, how do we cope with pain when it feels like it will never end? Accept your feelings. It's okay to feel sad, angry, or lost. Don't try to suppress your emotions. Take care of yourself. Eat healthy food, get enough sleep, and exercise regularly. These things can help boost your mood and improve your overall well-being. Spend time with loved ones. Connecting with people who care about you can provide comfort and support. Practice gratitude. Focusing on the positive things in your life can help shift your perspective. Seek professional help. If you're struggling to cope, don't be afraid to talk to a therapist. Let's say you've just lost your job. It's a tough blow, and it's natural to feel devastated. But remember, this is just a temporary setback. With time, you'll find new opportunities. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." This means that our perceptions of reality are shaped by our own experiences and beliefs. By understanding this, we can challenge negative thoughts and develop a more positive outlook. Remember, time is a great healer. Give yourself the space and time you need to grieve and heal. And remember, you're not alone. So, there you have it. 10 Stoic strategies for defeating your enemies without engaging in direct conflict. By mastering your emotions, understanding your adversaries, and choosing your battles wisely, you can navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Remember, the ultimate victory isn't about dominating others, but about conquering your own mind. The Stoics understood that true strength comes from within. It's not about being the toughest or the smartest person in the room, but about having the courage to face adversity with a calm and rational mind. By adopting a Stoic perspective, you'll not only improve your relationships, but also find greater peace and happiness in your life. Let's face it, life is full of ups and downs. There will always be people who disagree with you, who try to bring you down, or who simply get on your nerves. But by applying the principles of Stoicism, you can turn these challenges into opportunities for growth. Remember, you have the power to control your own reactions. When faced with adversity, ask yourself, is this something I can control? If the answer is no, let it go. Focus on what you can control and let go of everything else. So, the next time you find yourself in a conflict, remember the Stoics. Practice patience, empathy, and self-control. And remember, the greatest victory is the one you win over yourself.